Welcome to another Sawblade 666 YouTube channel review. I'm Daniel Sawblade.
And I am Cartoon Ryan.
Cool, so Maidens, Monsters, and Heroes. This is a book about H.J. Ford. He's an illustrator from London, born in the 1800s. You ever heard of him, Ryan?
No, I have not.
Yeah. He kind of fits in with turn of the last century pen and ink illustrators that were really common Victorian age. It's really common to have pen and ink illustrations, not just in books, but advertisements, newspapers. Some of his American counterparts or peers from here would be Franklin Booth was one, Charles Gibson. A little bit different styles on both of those, but the same in that they worked primarily in pen and ink and very prolific. I mean, if you could draw back then and you got work, I mean, these guys were all over the place.
I see there's color on the front on this cover. Did he use color or was he just exclusively ink?
No, he also painted.
Okay.
This is his work too.
Okay.
But what he's known for is his pen and ink stuff. Mm-hmm. Actually, he's not. To me, I haven't seen anything on him besides this book.
Okay.
This book is a collection of mainly a series he did. It was a series of books that they were called the Color Fairy Tale books, which there was like a series of 12 of them, written by Andrew Lang.
Okay.
And each one had like 100 illustrations. So I was like,
yeah,
over 1,000.
It's a lot of work.
But this is an example of the type of stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
I ran across this book in 2010 or so. It's a Dover book. I have a ton of Dover books. I don't know if they're still doing books. Dover is a company that does just a ton of different art books, reference books, stuff like that. Very also calls to mind Gustave Doré, which was also around the same time period, but this isn't engraving. These are pen and ink.
Okay.
There's the color work you were pointing out from the cover. Not the same image, but the style. This covers the pen and ink stuff, and then it talks about the addition of color in his work.
Okay.
So this is just a collection I picked up, and I wanted to share just what's really cool about this line work that he, and just his style of drawing that really, just, I don't know, it pumped me up when I first saw it.
Yeah.
It's very typical of the time.
So I was about to say, you can tell what time period this comes from just by the style.
Yeah, but I think with his, and it may be because of the subject matter from the books he was illustrating, but
that's really cool.
Yeah, just the creature designs and the subject matter, this fantasy fairy tale subject matter. I haven't read the books that these are from. This sounds bad. I probably never will, but because I'm just interested in this art more than anything.
I really like
Yeah.
the movement here that he captured. The walking
Yeah.
into that room, hunched down because he's so tall.
It's just great.
Great pose.
Great pose, great figure
Yeah.
work. And I don't know if we were discussing this. I think we were. I don't remember. But the limited availability of reference materials back then. Because we're talking about 1890, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have in 1890 besides maybe a library? I mean, cameras weren't... Not everyone just had a camera.
No.
You could have somebody pose for you. But man, the imagination behind just the costumes, that weapon, just everything about that. You know, where in 1890 is somebody?
Yeah, that was all in his head. I'm sure he did some kind of research in libraries that he could have access to, or encyclopedias maybe, but that was about it.
Yeah, there just wasn't a lot. It's not like, if you think about it, you know, there's tons of... We have tons of access to books.
Mm-hmm.
There's Google. You know, got these phones that we can take pictures with. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, it's pretty much what the advancement in technology went to, was what we carry in our pockets.
It's just fun to think about because I see the imagination behind, and I know there was other ancient, there was other art pieces that could be referenced, or just things through history, but still, I have to say it's limited access in 1892.
You know, a whole entire different world back then.
But just beautiful penmanship.
Mm-hmm.
The drapery on this, you know, these clothes and this dragon.
Yeah.
The transparency of that smoke from the wing.
Yeah, it's a very vivid image, even without color.
I don't know if you can zoom in on any of this, but this owl kicks ass. I love this owl and this. These are like little vignettes. They're like little pieces that were more or less spot illustrations.
Yeah.
But look how detailed. I mean, it's just so intense. The detail is so intense in these.
A lot going on in it. Just about every square inch of those pages is covered, especially in here.
Right.
On those.
Right. But still readable.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what's so cool about the readability in these.
I can't imagine the amount of hours that were spent on that.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Considering, you know, he had 100 to do for each book, and there was like 12
imagine.
in this series, you know.
A lot of cross hatching right there.
Here we go again with this costume design. Like, what was he looking at? Because that's so cool looking, you know.
Looks like it probably just, a lot of it just came out of what was in his head.
Good portion of it, huh?
Yeah. Would be my guess.
I love that too.
Yeah.
It's really cool. But yeah, this
yeah, just straight up fantasy illustration.
Right? Yeah. Especially that. I mean, that
Yeah.
guy's some barbarian looking guy. I love that.
Wow. Yeah, that's badass. That too, that's crazy. Just plowing the fields. Something like that would
Really
be easy
Middle
to-
Ages looking.
Yeah. Yeah, he added the
Medieval looking.
peasant type attire.
Man, I love this technique with the sky. I mean, I implement that a lot. Just straight lines,
Mm-hmm.
and then you've got a big negative space for your cloud,
Yeah.
you know.
It also dials you into right here too.
Yeah.
Doing that. It's really
Great composition.
Yeah, it is.
Nice feathers on the bird.
It's amazing, man. Wow.
Amazing drawings, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is good at anything. like the creatures, the clothing.
Are they bowing down to that thing? Is that they're worshiping it? I guess.
I think so. Yeah. The 7-headed serpent, like a hydra.
Yeah.
It's from the Yellow fairy tale book.
Wild, man.
1894. Great horses, the armor. Yeah, it's just so accurate looking.
Wow.
It's intense. I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think he gets talked about enough.
No, no, not at all.
Like I said, there are other artists from this time period that I think are more well known.
Mm-hmm.
The two that I mentioned, Franklin Booth and Charles Gibson, because he's famous for the Gibson Girls.
Yeah.
I think that for some reason I just don't see his name come up.
Yeah, it's really weird how stuff just flies under the radar sometimes. Some of the best stuff, too.
This really spoke to me when I first saw it. The design of this demon coming up from the sea, pulling this guy out of the boat. Look how creepy
that's terrifying.
Head. Yeah.
That's really good, too, right there.
Intricate line work.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at, all those lines down at the bottom.
Yeah. You can tell the
fishing,
the thin to thick of that nib.
Mm-hmm.
Just really, it's when you look at this close, it's in some places it's real scratchy, but still uniform, real, just well put together.
I wonder what kind of paper he was drawing on back then.
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Wish there was
My guess would be some kind of parchment paper of some sort. But I bet you anything that was a bottle of ink and a
nib.
A nib, yeah. Now, years before this, I think by this, obviously at this point they had steel nibs, but way back in the day they were using like feather quills.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, long. Yeah, probably what?
1700s. This is great too.
Yeah, that's creepy as hell.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's just
it's good. It's good stuff.
It's just so well done. I love. It's just been inspiring, to me ever since I found this. I just stumbled upon it at a local art store. Texas Art.
Oh yeah.
But they don't have as many books anymore. Well, at least at the one location that I frequent. The other two, I think, have more of a book selection still.
Okay.
But this was still when they had a ton of books, and they have a ton of. Most of my Dover books came from Texas Art.
Book and magazines a lot back then, but I haven't been in a while in there. No, that's
Isn't that great?
Yeah. Man. Huge talons, man.
I mean, you find a dead bird and study its talons. I mean, we would just look that up now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it really makes me think about it,
Yeah, I'm sure he got access to...
I mean, I know they had anatomy books back then.
He could have looked at stuff that was taxidermied. He could have looked at biology books,
Yeah.
Things like that.
Look at that creature.
Yeah.
It's crazy looking.
Cyclops giant. I'm assuming that's Homer's Odyssey or something.
This one's Arabian Nights.
Oh, okay.
Also, what I was wondering too, if these are reproduced to the size they were in the actual books, or were they bigger? Also, how big was the actual drawing? You know, the actual drawing wasn't that small.
No, it was bigger.
Look how detailed that is.
Yeah, I'm sure it was probably triple that size or something. They just shrunk them down for the book. Oh, man. The hell?
The lighting in this is immaculate, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's just so good. It's so intense.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That griffin. The wings on that are really good. Yeah, just everything about this just... Not gonna lie, man. I mean, I pulled from some of those helmets. They're just so good. His helmet design.
Yeah, his design on costumes and just about anything else is amazing. Like the rooms, the way they're laid out, the costumes, the creatures, all that stuff, all the design works. I mean, for back then, like we mentioned, man, to have that kind of explosive imagination, put it on paper, that's crazy.
That dragon.
Yeah, that's badass. Did he do, was that watercolor that he would color in, or what was he doing?
I think some of it was watercolor, and I think oil.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mainly wanted to show off this pen work. It's it's so inspiring to me. Like,
well, I love the lines, the way he puts them. Like, look at the lines under this horse, and then these lines right here. Look at all that.
They're arranged so well.
Yeah,
and it really
they're parallel with each other.
Yeah, and perfectly. It helps bring it out. It's not obscuring the image. It brings it out, and it helps with the movement. It moves your eye around.
Yep.
You know, I love the motion of the white lines behind here being the smoke.
Yeah. Coming
from this monster, and then coming up behind the horse. It almost like could tie in with that tail.
Yeah.
You know, as a matter of fact, when I first looked at it, that's what I thought it was, but it's the smoke, man. It just like...
Yeah, when I first looked at it, too, I thought it was the tail from the horse, but it's just them getting, you know, covered in whatever this smoke or aura is.
It doesn't distract it, though.
No, not at all.
I love the frame, too.
But you can see it sweeping in to consume them.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass.
Great horse, too. Yeah. Horses are hard to draw.
Hell yeah, they are.
But, man, I'll have to say this. Some of this stuff, maybe it's because we're Crumb freaks, but I could almost see, like, maybe where Crumb would have taken influence from these older penny guys.
Oh, yeah, him and Basil Wolverton.
Because this cross-hatching really looks, you know, like something they would...
Yeah.
Kind of wanted to just go through. Here's another one that I thought was really cool. I don't know if the light is on that, but I love. You know, when I was looking at this, you know, this was before I went to Europe, but all throughout Europe, man, you see little houses, like especially in Germany and you know. Switzerland also, you'd see like little houses in the middle of nowhere that look almost just like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and there's no telling how old those houses are.
Right.
Hundreds of years old.
I wish that these were bigger, because it doesn't do them. It just, man, there's just so much going on with these.
That's what I was going to say, is that my only critique of this book is that they tried to cram too much into one page, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because those should take up at least a whole page, like kind of at least like this size.
Yeah, at least, man, they're so good.
I don't know why I guess they did it to save on printing costs or whatever.
By the way, this book is available still. In fact, I saw it on Amazon recently for really cheap.
Yeah, and
I
we'll have
think
a link to it in our shop that you can
it
click
is
on to get it.
worth picking up if you're into this type of work.
Yeah, just click on the link in the description and you'll be, it'll send you to it if you're interested in this.
The color stuff is nice, uh, but definitely it's not what I wanted to focus on because this is always what grabbed me and influenced me. I mean, I get it. There's so many good pen and ink artists, but man, what this guy's bringing to the table with his skills it just blew me out of the water. I love it.
Yeah.
Look at that water, man. The way he rendered that water.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't do that now if I wanted to.
The water, this is what I love about lines on paper. The water it looks completely different and separated, but done almost the same technique as those as that cloak.
Yeah.
The drapery in that cloak. The folds, I mean, and the drapery is separate from that.
Yeah.
But still done the same way. He's achieved two different textures in the same,
using the same method.
I don't know. I just love that.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me.
Major detail.
These are good, but I just want to
great color work
speed
too.
Speed it along. Yeah, this really has that's really of the time. Those colors, like that look,
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell just by the work it came from another century. Interesting.
It's cool.
Big cobra.
I don't know if you can.
That's too bad they made those really small. That's my only complaint with this.
It's funny. Back in the day, like when I looked at, I say back in the day, it's 10 years ago, but I know that my eyesight's kind of. It's not as good now because now to really study these, I have these magnifiers.
Yeah.
And I look at them through that. But back then when I got this book, I didn't. I wish that they were bigger, but it wasn't just because I couldn't see them as good.
Well, it doesn't do it justice.
No,
that's my issues.
But now I have to really, I have to look at this. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
monster.
That's crazy, dude.
There's tentacles instead of like a beard. It has like tentacles coming out of its face.
Strange.
Yeah. Really classic stuff. See if there's any more.
Man, this stuff looks like it would be it's almost like medieval art too, but really good medieval.
I was gonna say it's drawn a little better, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's drawn well, but it looks like it's from that time just because of the colors, Wow, isn't
that intense?
Really good. Look at those muscles on the side, dude, and the ribs.
Yeah.
That's done really well.
Oh, man, the line work.
That dude knew his anatomy perfectly. That's amazing.
Yeah, the line work is it's so good.
1912.
Yeah. Looking a long time ago now.
Man. Yeah.
Another good one.
Yeah. Such detail on everything.
Yeah, I'd have to say I enjoy the pen and ink stuff a little bit more.
Yeah, I like it all, man. The color stuff. It's almost like the color stuff makes it look like another artist.
It does a little
It's
bit.
really, it's
You can
amazing.
still tell he did it.
These
but-
paintings are badass.
Yeah, these are a little
Holy
tighter.
shit. Wow, man.
Some of the ones are looser in the color.
Mhm.
Or I don't know if it's just because they shot it down. Maybe it tightens up.
It probably tightens it up when you shrink it.
I love
more.
this battle scene.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Wow, man. Yeah, these paintings are incredible, man.
Right? I really like that one. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, Henry Justice Ford.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. It's influenced and inspired me.
Yeah.
Still available. Dover Books.
Yep.
I think I saw it last time I saw it wasn't that long ago. It was like, I mean, I don't even think it was $15. I think it was like $12.95 or something. Don't quote me or anything. But
it'll vary in price, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Once you, but the main thing is just go in the description of the video and then click on the link. It'll take you straight to it if you're interested in getting it.
I don't know if Dover Publications is still in business. I'd heard a couple years ago that they were halting
Yeah.
publication like physically and just staying online or something. I'm not sure. I hope that's not true, but I've been collecting Dover books since high school. If I have some that I've had since high school.
Yeah.
Their anatomy books are good. Like that's where my Bridgman books come from. And but yeah, anyway, just a quick flip through Maidens, Monsters, and Heroes. The Fantasy Illustrations of H.J. Ford. I think he should be talked about more.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Check out our other videos. And we've got more on the way.
Yeah, and also share the video if you like, and tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time, because we go live and we do a draw and chat. Just hang out with everybody for about an hour or so. So come join us there too.
Later guys.